take a look at it. There we go.
Not just yell at it.
Just test. Multi-stream. Okay, now let me get Twitch and YouTube and material. You can see how old that is. January 4th.
You get hit with an age bomb.
Your channel. Channel
Getting a little long in the tooth now.
Always. That's silenced. Streaming. Testing.
This is only a test.
Yes, it is indeed. 0 viewers, as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
2 viewers, hey. All right. Other people had nothing better to do.
Yeah, just
fantastic.
Hanging out, I guess.
Just to let everybody know, this is a test round. We're essentially going to be running our streaming program simultaneously with the 3 different streams, as well as navigating through Google Docs and using our countdown software and everything all at the same time, the way we would for any usual game. But as you know, our upcoming game is certainly not usual. It is going to be a game that we've tried to play now 4 times. So we're just trying to make sure that everything is working. Streaming seems to be working fine so far, which is good. We just need to know that the computer can handle all the volume and traffic. Right. That was the issue last time. So let's see. I have the folder open here. I have the Twitch stream and the YouTube stream open. I can go ahead and go through the questions, I suppose. You want to start doing that?
Yeah, let's do it. I'll take the first one.
To everybody who just joined, this is, again, just a test round. This will be using old questions. As you can see, the timestamp there, or the date, rather, is January 4th, 2021. Hey, Jeremy sees and hears us. Perfect. That's good to know. Now we just need to know if the computer can handle everything.
Flipping through slides.
Yep.
That's it.
So let's get started with that. We won't even upload the answer forms. I don't think there's any reason to do so.
No, there's not really any reason to. Google Forms is working fine. It's just whether the computer can handle it.
Ben says, seems like it's working at the moment. Thank you, Ben. We're definitely glad to hear and see that. So
it's
round number 1. Question number 1. You want to start?
Yeah, let's do it. Jack Kerouac's 1958 novel, The Subterraneans, features characters based on Allen Ginsberg, William S. Burroughs, and what decidedly non-beat novelist who would publish Myra Breckinridge 10 years later.
Okay, cool. Bringing back the webcam. And then going on to the next slide. Question 2. The gorgeous outcropping seen on the following slide is a location in Barbados that is named for which European island, the largest in area and population among the Canary Islands? So there's the picture, and then we'll linger on that for like 10 seconds, something like that.
Just make sure it can flip over.
Just make sure it can flip over, exactly.
It seems like it's running pretty nice right now.
Yeah, it is. The whole thing is I just want to make sure that it works well when we toggle back and forth between the windows.
Yeah.
Let me try toggling now between YouTube and Facebook.
You toggling out here?
Twitch, YouTube, and Google Drive. That's all working fine. All right, next one. TJ.
Question number 3. What rival football league filed an antitrust lawsuit against the NFL for $1.4 billion in 1986? After the NFL was found guilty on only one of the 9 charges, the plaintiff league was awarded $1, which because of antitrust laws tripled to $3.
I love how you said $1. That's perfect.
$1.
We got a whole $1 out of it.
Yep, we got $1.
Question number 4. In addition to Waluigi, the 2000 Nintendo 64 game Mario Tennis reintroduced what character whose 2-word name is also shared with a novel by author Judith Krantz? And question number 5.
Question number 5. Despite passing away in 2005 at the age of 60, I want my $3. 60. What playwright was posthumously nominated for the 2017 Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay for a film that only won 1 award for Best Supporting Actress?
And
that's
question
despite
number
being
6.
up for a whole bunch.
You're giving him too many hints, TJ.
Oh, no.
On the question I wouldn't see the answer to.
Exactly. No.
Question number 6. The animals. As seen on the following slide, the similarity between the venomous coral snake on the left and the relatively harmless king snake on the right is an example of the Batesian type of what evolved trait? Here you go.
Like
Watch out. Here
relative-
comes snacks. There they is.
like relatively harmless. Like it's still a snack, so watch
Yeah,
the fuck out.
Be careful.
Be careful.
Be careful. We don't endorse, just going up to wild snakes. No one's saying that. All right, that's enough of that for all the aphetophobes.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to 7.
Question number 7. After 13th century destruction at the hands of Genghis Khan, the Timurid dynasty resurrected the Uzbek cities of Bukhara, and which other then became the capital for the ruler Timur the Lame. Is it Timur or Timur?
I think it's Timur.
Timur?
I think it's Timur, yeah.
Yeah.
And then your final question of round number 1, as seen on the following slide, heavy mallets known as kine are used to pound steamed glutinous rice in a mortar called, let me hide the webcam so I can see it, usu, in the traditional, laborious technique for producing what type of cake, whose popular dessert variant was introduced in the 1990s. That's the thing that I remember most about this question, is how recent that is.
Yep.
But anyway, that's the kine used to produce the usu, which is then made into what dessert cake? That's question number 8. Let's do the recap real quick.
Jack Kerouac's 1958 novel The Subterraneans features characters based on Allen Ginsberg, William S. Burroughs, and what decidedly non-beat novelist who would publish Myra Breckinridge 10 years later. 10 years gone.
Question number 2. The gorgeous outcropping seen on the following slide is a location in Barbados that is named for what European island? The largest in area and population among the Canary Islands. Here's this picture.
Somebody could appear in and go, I think I know these questions.
We might even get people to appear and go, I thought the game was tomorrow.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, baby. What's going on?
What's going on?
I want you not in your Octopus shirts.
Yeah, that too.
Question number 3. What rival football league, which was supposed to be huge, filed an antitrust lawsuit against the NFL for $1.4 billion in 1986?
That made me spit a little bit.
After the NFL was found guilty on only one of the 9 counts, the plaintiff league was awarded $1, Bob, which was tripled due to antitrust laws in California to $3.
Question number 4. In addition to Waluigi, the 2000 Nintendo 64 game Mario Tennis reintroduced what character, whose 2-word name is also shared with a novel by author Judith Krantz?
Question number 5. Despite passing away in 2005 at the age of 60, what playwright was posthumously awarded for 2017 Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay? The film was nominated for numerous awards, but only won for Best Supporting Actress. What playwright was that?
Sorry to hasten you along there. Just move it.
Like trying to get a turtle out of the road.
Question number 6. As seen on the following slide, the similarity between the venomous coral snake on the left and the relatively harmless king snake on the right is an example of the Batesian form of what evolved trait? There you go. On the left, you got the coral snake. Yeah. On the right, you got the king snake.
Especially the one on the left. No step on that snake.
Yeah, no step on that one for sure. That's question number 6.
Question number 7. After 13th century destruction at the hands of Genghis Khan, the Timurid dynasty resurrected the Uzbek cities of Bukhara, and what other that then became the capital under Timur the Lame.
13th century destruction at the hands of Genghis Khan. A lot of Eurasian cities looking at each other and going,
That's
same.
Us. Yeah,
Same,
bro.
Yeah. Question number 8. Mood. That's a
mood.
As seen on the following slide, heavy mallets known as kine are used to pound steamed glutinous rice in a mortar called usu, in the traditional, laborious technique for producing what type of cake, whose popular dessert variant was introduced in the 1990s. The mortar there is the usu, and the mallet is the kine. What is that sticky glutinous cake whose dessert variant was introduced in the 1990s? That's that. Submit your answers is what we would usually say. Here is the countdown timer. And...
I don't think there's any reason to let it run the whole time.
Oh yeah, we'll let it run the whole time. And we'll also, go back over the answers and do the music. So, see you in a bit.
Hey, we back.
Yeah, looks like everything worked pretty well there. So let's go over the answers here and keep toggling.
Question number 1. Jack Kerouac's 1958 novel, The Subterraneans, features characters based on Allen Ginsberg, William S. Burroughs, and what decidedly non-beat novelist who published Myra Breckinridge 10 years later? That would be Gore Vidal, obviously not a beat novelist.
Also wrote the screenplay, or the original screenplay, for Caligula, the only film produced by Bob Guccione and Penthouse. Or not Penthouse, Hustler.
Hustler, baby.
Question number 2. The gorgeous outcropping seen on the following slide is a location in Barbados that is named for which European island? The largest in area and population among the Canary Islands. I believe there's a Ed Sheeran song partially named for this. That is the Tenerife.
Yep, Tenerife Sea.
Tenerife Sea, is that?
Yep, that's on Multiply.
Sounds right.
Yep. Question number 3. What rival football league filed an antitrust lawsuit against the NFL for $1.4 billion? Didn't go down that way. After the NFL was found guilty, they were awarded a staggering $1. They needed $1. It was the USFL. The small potatoes for them.
Yeah, that's a lot of teams.
Not
That's a
sustainable.
lot of teams.
That's not sustainable, is what that is.
Question number 4. In addition to Waluigi, the 2000 Nintendo 64 game Mario Tennis reintroduced what character, whose two-word name is also shared with a novel by author Judith Krantz, known for a few novels. She's got I'll Take Manhattan and Scruples are probably the most popular, but she also has one called Princess Daisy, who was reintroduced.
Luigi needs a friend.
Yeah. So Waluigi was invented because Wario needed a doubles partner. And Daisy was brought back so that Peach could have a doubles partner. And who does Yoshi get?
Yoshi gets Birdo,
I
right?
thought Yoshi got Toad in the original.
Yeah.
I thought it was just those 4 pairs. And
Yeah,
of course, Mario
Birdo
and
is
Luigi.
like Mario Party 5 when it really becomes a thing. Question 5. Despite passing away in 2005 at the age of 60, what playwright was posthumously nominated for the 2017 Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay? Film had numerous award noms, but only got one for Best Supporting Actress.
For Viola Davis.
Yep, that would be August Wilson for Fences.
Pretty sure it was nominated for Best Picture, Director, and for Denzel Washington.
Yeah, and for Best Actor for Denzel. That was like the 3rd straight year that Denzel had gotten nommed.
Right, because he had Flight.
Yeah, he had Flight, and it might have been only the 2nd straight year.
Maybe. That's
Yeah.
huge. Question number 6, as seen on the following slide, the similarity between the venomous coral snake on the left and the relatively harmless king snake on the right is an example of the Batesian form of what evolved trait? There's the Batesian and the Mullerian form of mimicry. Mimicry, indeed. So the difference being that the coral snake is a much more venomous animal and one that's dangerous to predators.
Like,
so
hey,
the king
I
snake,
want to be a piece of that.
yeah, the king snake evolved to look a bit more like that and fool predators.
Yeah. So, you don't want to mess with this. You don't want to catch these hands.
Exactly.
Question 7. After 13th century destruction at the hands of Genghis Khan, same. The Timurid dynasty resurrected the Uzbek cities of Bukhara and what other that then became the capital for Timur the Lame. Never want the lame in your moniker.
Yeah, he was born with a limp, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is why I was the lame.
But that was Samarkand.
Certainly wasn't lame as a conqueror. Samarkand in Uzbekistan. And question number 8, your last one of the round and night and test. As seen on the following slide, heavy mallets known as kine are used to pound steamed glutinous rice in a mortar called usu in the traditional laborious technique for producing what type of cake whose popular dessert variant was introduced in the 1990s. That would be mochi.
Yeah, it was introduced in New York.
Yeah, that was interesting to find out that
it was actually somebody who's being credited with it, and the mochi ice cream variant was founded in New York.
It's so cool.
It's so delicious.
All right, so now let's take a look at our stuff here. Everything's working fine with Google Drive. Everything's fine on YouTube. Everything's fine on Twitch. Countdown went off without a hitch.
Things seem to be running very smooth.
Fine. Yeah.
So we want to thank everybody for popping in.
Thank you very much. I think we're just going to call this one a success.
Yep.
And come back at you tomorrow evening, 9 o'clock Eastern. Please come on by. We are going to be raising money to support the family of Sarah Hollub, who recently passed away and was part of the Jeopardy Teachers Tournament.
Yep.
So please make it out for that.
Please join us for that. We're going to be raising funds the entire evening. Every red cent will be going there, and the blue ones, too.
And the blue ones. It'll be the most prepared we've ever